Alright, let's get started on Lesson 14 problem set today. It is all about skip counting objects in models to build fluency with multiplication facts using units of 4. So, we talked about division for a little bit, and now we're going to bounce back to multiplication with units of 4 this time. You'll notice on this page that we are skip counting by 4s and matching the answer to the appropriate equation. So, over here on the side, the fruits are one giant array. So we're counting by 4s and writing our number after each row. But it's not just 4 because we're pretending like here's our array. Then we're adding another row, and then another row, and then another row. So we're going to keep going with our skip count. The fruits are just there to help you with your counting. So you'll see that we started off with one row of 4, which is 4. Then 2 rows of 4 is 8. 3 rows of 4 is 4 more, which is 12. And then as we're going, we can match to our multiplication expressions. So you'll see the first one, one row of 4 is 1 times 4. Then we have 2 rows of 4, which is 2 times 4. 3 rows of 4, 3 times 4. Okay, so you can see how this is going as we continue. If you'd like to try it on your own, go ahead. I have faith that you guys would be able to do that. So go ahead and pause if you want to, and then you can just fast forward to check your answers with mine. If you're not sure what you're supposed to be doing, you can keep practicing with me. But don't just fast forward and copy the answers. Make sure that you're trying it on your own first, and then checking your work afterwards. So good luck if you try it on your own. And if you're not quite ready, then we'll just keep going now. So I have another row of 4, so that makes 16. Another row of 4, so 4 more than 16. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24. 25, 26, 27, 28. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Okay, so let's keep going with our multiplication sentences then. And a trick that I like to use is to, to number my rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That way, when I go to do my multiplication expressions, I can see that this is my 4th row, so my equation is 4 times 4. There, that looks better. My next one is 5 times 4. 6 times 4. 7 times 4. 8 times 4. 9 times 4, and 10 times 4. Alright. If you're just checking back, hopefully you got all of these right without having a problem. Let's move on. Looks like we have 3 word problems here, so I'm going to make my screen bigger so I have my room to work. Mr. Schmidt replaces each of the 4 wheels on 7 cars. How many wheels does he replace? Draw and label a tape diagram to solve. Since it's telling us to use a tape diagram, that's what we have to use to solve this problem. So, let's draw our rectangle. Remembering to leave room to label. I know that there are 4 wheels and 7 cars. So, what are my groups? My wheels or my cars? My cars are my groups, so I know I need 7 groups in my tape diagram. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I know that 6 lines gives me 7 groups. If there are 4 wheels on each car, do I know how many to put in each group? Yes, because each group is a car, so I need 4 in each group. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to keep going until I fill up all my boxes. All right. Now it's time to label. So I'm going to draw my bracket at the bottom and think about my total. Well, I know I'm talking about wheels and cars. So how many wheels are there total? I can count by fours. 4, 8. Counting by fours is kind of tricky. So if I need to, I can count by ones. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 wheels. It also represents my number of cars. So how many cars are there? If you remember, each group is my cars. So there are 7 cars. Let's do our top label for one section. Again, I'm talking about wheels and cars. How many wheels are there in one section? 4. And that one section represents how many cars? 1. So it's actually 1 car. Mr. Schmidt replaces how many wheels? 28 wheels. If you'd like to try number 3 on your own, go ahead and then check back and see how you did. But don't forget, you have to do your labels. Trina makes 4 bracelets. Each bracelet has 6 beads. Draw and label a tape diagram to show the total number of beads Trina uses. So I'm starting with my rectangle. I know I have 4 bracelets with 6 beads on each bracelet. So what's my groups? My bracelets are my groups. So I'm going to make 3 lines to make 4 groups. How many am I going to put in each group? Well, if there are 6 beads on each bracelet, I need to put 6 in each group. Okay. When you're ready, make your bracket at the bottom for our labels. Our label at the bottom is 2 things, bracelets and beads. How many bracelets are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many beads? It's kind of hard to skip count by 6s, but let's think. 6 and 6 is 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. So there are 24 beads. What about in one section? How many bracelets? How many beads? Each one is only 1 bracelet and 6 beads. Let's circle to show the total number of beads Trina uses. All right. Last problem. Find the total number of sides on 5 rectangles. Now this problem doesn't tell me how I have to solve, so that's up to you. You can draw a picture, you can do a skip count, a number bond, an array, equal groups, or a tape diagram. You have a lot of options. I'm going to show you using a picture. Let's draw 5 rectangles. How many sides are on each rectangle? 4. I'm going to put a 4 in each box. You could put 4 dots in each box too. What's my multiplication sentence? 5 groups times 4 in each group equals blank. Well, I don't know my 4s. I'm still working on those. But I do know my 5s. 5 times 4 is 20. There are 20 sides on 5 rectangles. Is that what you got when you solved it? Hopefully. That's all for today's lesson on skip counting objects in models to build fluency with multiplication facts using units of 4. Don't forget to save because you'll see problems that look a lot like this for your lesson 14 word work.